Finally TV, baby, remember, don't just dream, inspire, don't just imagine, create, and just don't believe, achieve. That's the way it goes down right here on Finally TV. It is my proud pleasure and honor to bring to you yet another episode of Voice of the Valley. Today I have a special guest, somebody I've known for over a quarter century. Introduce yourself, sir.
It's good. It's Dave Diaz, DLP. Hashtag respect the producer.
Hey, thanks for coming over.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. This is a very accomplished young man in the game right now. Been around for a minute doing this thing. And where did it all start, man? Where did you come from?
Peekskill, New York.
Peekskill.
Yeah, I was born there. Moved up here, middle school. And 5 years ago, moved out to Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. There you go. So you left us for a little while.
Yeah, for a little bit. I'll be back.
You know, he's back right now.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm back every day.
You know, we went to school together. You know, high school is where we met, and you never stopped doing what you like, man. Since you know, you rolled up on me in health class, told me, "Yo, check this rhyme out."
Yeah, man.
You know, and didn't stop.
No.
You didn't stop from that point. So, why are you here today?
Basically, talk about what I've been doing for the past 20 years in this music business.
So you've
20 plus years.
Been rapping,
DJing, producing, little video here and there.
Yep.
Do it all.
Wearing all types of hats.
Yeah, you got to. You have to.
You kind of got to nowadays, you know. So I know we were in high school, and you were telling me, you know, hey, I'm rapping, I'm DJing, check this out. But when did you realize, like, the passion that it was music?
12 years old.
12.
Picked up the first turntables. Before that, used to listen to records all the time, my parents' records. Dancing like a fool.
We all did that.
Dressing up like the artists on the record, and it just, music took me early.
Got you. And it took a hold of you to the point where that's all you were doing.
Yeah,
I mean, I never saw him without earphones in. You know?
That's it. Music. I used to bring records to school and shit. Like, yo, look at the record I got. ODB. There wasn't a lot of us out there.
Right.
There wasn't. I mean, besides me and my brother, who else DJ'd really in the school.
Right.
You know, besides with the parties and who was rapping besides us.
Right.
You know, like, there was no producers. You know, like,
man, nobody made a beat.
No.
Until Dave got a sampler.
5 second sampler.
I remember those sessions up in that room, man.
Yeah.
You know, the who got the props beat.
Yeah.
Who got the props beat.
My favorite.
We're gonna talk a little bit about that some more. But so you say 20 years doing this music thing, you know. When did you, because you had a group, right?
Yeah.
You had a rap group first.
Yeah, it was a rap group first.
You know, so that went down. So how did that go? How long did that last? And was it long after high school that you guys?
Nah, not too long. Like, what did we graduate? 95. We were showing our age. And,
mine's earlier.
Yeah, and probably about. I think the first shows we did was around 96.
Okay.
That was with the Roots.
Wow.
And then boot camp stuff was all started in 97.
Okay.
And with the shows.
Yeah.
I've known boot camp since about 95.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
You know, ever since then. And then, actually, probably about 2 years, because after the boot camp shows, we kind of went our ways.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, you and Mike went your ways. Gotcha. He went on to a different profession, and you stuck with the music.
Yeah.
So at that point, is that when you said, I'm going to just produce now?
Yeah, pretty much, because, you know, rapping by yourself, that just becomes a pain. You know? It's just double the work, and I mean, I like performing and being in front of that crowd, but it wasn't something I wanted to do forever.
Gotcha.
You know, I'd rather be behind the scenes, making the music, being that I'm quiet, you know. But it was different when you're on stage. That shit goes completely opposite.
Yeah.
But, I like making the music. You know, making music that I like to listen to.
Gotcha. And it's a good point, because anything you might be hearing during this interview, music-wise, is what this man has created with the help of other artists, rapping on stuff. And majority of it's hip-hop and rap, right? The majority of it. Not shunning singing, but
no,
it's just...
I'm always looking for singers.
Yeah.
We actually have a song called 25-8 with Dro Pesci, Napoleon the Legend, and Innocent with, her name is Lindsay Webster. She's actually on the billboards for contemporary jazz.
Oh,
Like
wow.
anything she drops, she's like between #1 and #5 on the billboards.
Got you.
So she sings her ass off. She's dope.
So you're rubbing shoulders with people in the industry that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I've come to admire that, you know, through your Instagram, through your Facebook, you know, and just seeing like, you know, I went to school with that dude, you know, and he's hanging out with one of my favorite artists right now, you know.
It's a dope feeling. It's definitely a dope feeling.
Yeah, man. No, you know, it's an accomplishment, and I don't want to say an accomplishment just for somebody that came from upstate. It's an accomplishment. There's you know, there's 7-8 million people in the city, and not all of them can say that, you know, they've rubbed the shoulders that you rubbed up against. And you know, this guy's got, you know, he said it before. If he dropped his phone and lost it, whoever found it, like, this
guy's all right.
This guy knows somebody. Who is this guy? You know, so no, I get it. You know, so 20 years doing that. How far have we gotten, man? What's the progression? What you got out there?
Just songs after songs after songs with artists like you said that we grew up listening to, and newer artists, and I fuck
name
with
a few for the people so they understand to get up.
Let's see, we got Royal Flush, Top Dog from OGC, Rock from Helter Skelter, Lord Have Mercy from Flip Mode Squad, the Cellar Dwellers,
Planet Asia, A+,
VVS Verbal, Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Like, you know, I look at it like that too. Like, how many people you know has a record with Del? You know,
right.
It's like, that's Ice Cube's cousin, by the way.
Little quick fact note.
And we chill. Like it's crazy because, like, I can show you text messages that we have conversations. Like, I was in Miami last year with my wife, and we're eating dinner, and Del texts me, yo, what's good, da, da, da. And we're talking, and then he starts like he's talking to me about his girl. He's talking to me, like, I'm sitting here having a conversation with Del. Like, this is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's got its pluses. You know, it's a lot of hard work.
Gotcha.
A lot of you know, arguments with the wife. You know, spending too much time with the music and this and that. But I don't know. I was just, you know.
But at least there's something tangible.
Yeah, you know, I was brought up to, you know, push for what you want. You know, go after your dreams. Like, you know, and it's not like I'm not hanging out in the bar. I'm not, you know, out getting in trouble. I'm making music.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, and it's a respectable thing. You know, that boom bap feel. You know, that we all know and love, that has gotten away from New York a little bit. You know,
it needs to come back.
You know, and I think it will. You know, just like bell bottoms. You know, I think it'll come back. You know, I really do. So we got you're out there with, you got production credits on a bunch of songs with these artists. You know, you're going to shows. These people know who you are. You know what I mean? As a rapper, do you feel like you got your whole fulfillment out of wanting that career part of it?
No. I mean, no and yes, because I was able to go on, like, not tour, but, like, you know, we did shows in other states. Got respected in other states. Like, we never had a bad show. That's one thing I can say, is I never got booed off stage. I never, you know, got nothing thrown at me. Nothing. No one was quiet. Like, if we said say ho, they say ho. You know, it was like, we got a good response. You know, so, and maybe it's because who we were with. You know, like I said, Boot Camp Click, and we did shows with the Roots. And, you know, this and that when they were coming up. So just being around the right people, I guess.
It's respectable, man. It really is respectable. I mean, I like the music. You know, like, I sit there and I'm one of those guys I hit like, but I listen too. You know what I mean? And, like, you know, it's very rewarding to hear when you're doing something to me, because it's like, okay, I know him, so I'm a little biased. You know what I mean? But two, it's like, there's that sense of accomplishment, you know, that makes me proud. You know what I mean? Like, that's my dude, you know, and he's doing it, you know, so I commend you on that, man. I really do. And you've done some work that's pretty milestone, stuff that you've gotten a lot of credit for from other established, like, veteran artists. I'm speaking of the My Three Sons. Talk a little bit about that.
My Three Sons is Chris Rivers, which is Big Pun's son. And Dirty Bastard, which is all Dirty Bastard's son. And we got credited from Rakim, Large Professor, Big Daddy Kane, Missy Elliott, Ice-T. Big Daddy Kane sent us a personal message like, we want to see a project after this, and congratulations. And so that was like, holy shit, Big Daddy Kane just, tagged me in a post that said like, do an album.
Keep it going.
Unfortunately, we didn't, but maybe in the future, who knows?
Yeah.
I still talk to all three of them. Cool relationship with them all. So, and even when we did the video, we had Eazy-E. He came over here, which was, a dope, dope because a lot of these videos and we talked about before was sending shit through mail and this and that, and you shoot yours over here and I'll shoot mine over here.
Right.
And it's like, nah, we was in the video with Eazy-E, like we're in the background chilling. So that was dope. We did shows off of this, off of it and everything, but got good response, view wise, and since that's what everything's about now, likes and this and that.
Yeah.
And I just wish
200K plus.
this shit probably more than that.
Yeah.
But I just wish it went a little further, but that's how the industry goes.
Yeah, no, it is how things go. It comes with the territory with some of this stuff, but I do think that that's one song that kind of shows people it's not just haphazardly getting thrown together.
Yeah, no.
There's thought going into this thing.
Yeah,
and,
most definitely.
We've talked about a little bit about not just throwing miscellaneous together. How you like to keep it more. If we're in this realm here with the son of Old Dirty Bastard, well, why don't we get a couple more and put it on this beat and make that happen?
Yeah.
So I can respect that. You had mentioned another song, a West Coast song.
Yeah, that's Del the Funky Homo Sapien, J-Ro from Alcoholics, and A Plus from Social Exchange.
Wow, that's a lineup. That's a lineup right there.
That honestly is probably one of my favorite records I've produced.
Really, you're probably hearing it right now.
Yeah.
If I'm doing my job.
And I got to meet all of them. They all came to New York, and so it was dope.
Yeah. Like, the networking part of all this is what I'm trying to drive home with this whole Finally TV thing, and letting people know that just because they're up here doesn't mean that they can't shine and really do it.
There's definitely artists up here doing it, but it's just it's these same artists that are doing it. I know a couple of them that again have been pushing. For as long as I've been doing it. And you just can't give up. You can't give up. A lot of people give up too easy, and then they try to jump on the bandwagon of this and let's do it this way just because this is working this way. Nah, stay in your own lane. That's what I do. And there's plenty of people that aren't going to like what I do because of this new generation of rap, hip hop, whatever you call it. But that's not going to change what I do. I'm not going to sell myself out. Just to say I did it. And, maybe make $1 million, but hey, but I don't know. There's something in me that won't let me,
And I'm thankful it's a boom bap chord to you.
I grew up on it, and that's it. That's all I listen to.
We did grow up during the best era.
Best era. That's the hands down best era. Nobody could say different. We had our whack artists. We definitely did, but even the whack artists were still spitting.
I say it's 92 to 2001.
Yeah.
That's where I think the golden era
I think
people argue me, but I think that's the years.
Even the whack artists that were spitting, the reason why it was whack was just because maybe the beat was whack. They were still rapping. They weren't mumbling and talking, saying skirt and all this other shit. Making car noises. And they were rapping. Just the beat was whack. So we definitely are at our whack, but it was just so many dope, you got your KRS Ones, and 50 years from now, you put a KRS One record on, people are still gonna react the same way that they did 50 years ago.
I get crazy when I hear that.
Hell yeah! You put on a Rainbow Hair Kid song 50 years from now, and be like, who the fuck is that?
Who did
Who was that guy again?
Was that a commercial?
It's trends. Trends fade away, and that's what a lot of these artists are now. And I'm not trying to diss because I get called a hater and this and that, and I'm not a hater. It's, make your money, do what you're doing, but, don't shit on the music. They shit on us sometimes. Pete Rock has gotten into an argument with, one of the kids, Little Yachty or something,
Mhm.
you know, because this kid was just straight up disrespect. Like,
Yeah.
how you gonna do that? You know,
Yeah.
like you don't see rock and roll artists,
Right.
you know, a new rock and roll kid disrespecting Led Zeppelin or
Right.
someone like that. They don't do that.
Right.
It's only in hip hop,
Right.
you know, and it sucks.
Yep.
You know, you do your music, I'll do mine, but you
Yep.
know, don't disrespect me, because
Right.
that's, you know, that's when we get ugly.
We don't want to get ugly up in here, okay? We want to keep it nice and professional and this stuff. So what would you say, and I know, I probably know who they are, but who would you say are your inspirations, not for rapping, because I can name all of them,
Hmm.
but for making beats?
Of course, Premier,
Mhm.
Pete Rock, Q-Tip,
Mhm. You mentioned Eric Sermon.
Eric Sermon. Yeah, Eric Sermon's dope.
Yeah.
I like
Havoc.
Eric Sermon. Havoc. Havoc is real dope. Just Blaze. So many. There's
Yeah.
so many to name
Yeah.
that I'll
But-
forget. But
But these guys are inspiring.
yeah,
Um,
most definitely.
Yeah. Premier, I think, had a big influence,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
on all of hip hop.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
get your drums right.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Get your drums
Yeah.
right. I know that's what I took away
Yeah.
from Premier.
See, I'm big on drums too. Like I'll sample, but I really concentrate on my drums.
Yeah.
And, like I'll put 3 kicks to
Yeah. Yeah.
5 snares, and
Yeah.
just to make that drum knock right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then and then that's the other thing with all this music is just I make beats that I'm gonna let the artist get open on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to nod your head to my beat and like the beat, but I want you to hear what the artist is saying.
Right.
You know, so I'm not gonna put all these
Extra sounds.
extra fucking
Yeah.
strings and this and that,
Yeah.
and so-
Something melodic.
Yeah, just something
pent up,
you know.
You know.
Throw it on and let you get open to
Yeah.
it. you know?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love to hear an MC spit.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. I think that's kind of like the lost art that's coming back, right?
Mhm.
The lyrics are coming back. We've been talking about that before.
Yeah, it is coming back.
You know, it's coming back.
It's coming back. They just got to switch up the beat styles.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
there's a lot of the beats. They sound so much the same. Like you go to a club, and it sounds like they're playing the same damn record the whole
Yeah.
night. You know,
Yeah.
'cause it's the same. It's hi hats and the same.
Yeah. No, I know. Speaking of hi-hats, shout out Jay Leno. Put on Facebook the other day. Sorry, but I didn't come from the double hi-hat era. You know? It's
That's the truth.
You know? And I could do nothing else but like it and agree because it's
Yeah.
like, I know what you mean
Yeah.
when you say that. You know, I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean. Let's talk about something other than music. Because I'm sure you're talking about music all day
Yeah,
long.
all day.
You know what I
We
mean?
could do that for hours.
And local artists, do not hesitate. If you are passionate about what you're doing and you're committed to it and you rap or sing, here's the guy.
Yeah, serious inquiries only though.
Yeah. You know, don't play around, but here's a guy that's rubbing shoulders in the industry with people that matter that maybe could get you heard by somebody in the industry that could do something for you. You know, so if you're serious about what you're doing, hit them up, ask them, how much is a beat? How much is it going to take for me to get you to work on my project with me? Here's somebody. If you're vested in yourself and you're committed to what you're doing, then, hit him up. He's not going to charge you, thousands of dollars.
Yeah, no.
But, all this stuff takes time, and to get compensated for that, that's what we need. But at the same time, it's a win-win, right?
Mhm. Yeah, most definitely.
If you find a dope artist,
Yeah, most definitely.
And
I'm looking all the time for a dope artist, like one artist just to really
Yeah.
put out there.
yeah,
And I've got a couple in Brooklyn and Queens that I mess with on the regular. But you always want a nice team together.
Yeah.
Because I see that a lot lately. Is if the bigger your team and the more solid your team is, the
Yeah.
more moves you're gonna make.
yeah,
If
yeah.
everybody's on board with the same thing and
The movement.
yeah, it's
Can make it happen. So guys, don't fret. Guys and girls, don't fret out there, and don't be shy. You're gonna see all the different ways to get in contact with this gentleman. So do so. Send him, DM him, let him know what you're doing. Send him some samples. Let him know what you want to do, and if he fits the bill, it could be a great marriage there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and it's just that's why Finally TV exists, is to network, is to
Yeah.
put the spotlight.
So,
People like you that could actually make something happen,
Yeah.
you know, and put these local artists on the map, you know. And maybe you do shows locally, but maybe you take them to Brooklyn or Manhattan, they do a show down there, and they bump into Chris Rivers, and Chris Rivers likes them, and all of a sudden, you know, all it takes is a handshake sometimes, and you know, spending some time, and I want to work with you.
Yeah, you have to travel for your success too, man. That's what I learned over the years.
Yeah, put yourself out there.
Nobody's coming up this way. You know, once in a blue moon you get a show, but then the promoter, you don't know him, and he's not letting you backstage and this and that, so you really can't get to the person to where you come to the city. These dudes are walking around the bar chilling, you know, because they're regular people. You know, so there's your opportunity to go, you know, speak to him. Hey, you know, don't go rapping in his ear. You know, but you know, get that phone number, get the IG, get to this, get to that, so they see who you are, and that's, you know, networking is big, and a lot of people sleep on networking.
I think so, and it's like it's face to face though.
Yeah, it has to be face to face.
You know,
social media only gets you so far. Like, I can't lie, I've gotten, you know, my fair share of connections through Twitter and this and that, but it's when you meet that person. Like when I did the West Coast record, it was all through Twitter at first. And then when they came here, it was like, oh shit, you know, glad to meet you, you know, and then we made that bond. So where, like I said, I'm sitting here having conversations on the phone with Delaphoque Homo sapien about his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, without that bond, you just have a song. You know, that you did
just a customer. Really.
And it helps when the artist that you're working with promotes the record too. You know, just so you don't feel like, you know, again, you just have a song with, you know, Raw Flush or UG or whoever. They actually take the time and promote the video and the song and this and that, you know, so it all works out together, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I keep telling them about the channel is subscribe, but do yourself a favor and talk to people about it. You know what I mean? If you're an artist and you've been on here, talk about it. You know, I've gotten people to subscribe to the channel not because I'm friends with them on Facebook, because I was talking to them at a hotel or a restaurant, and all of a sudden I got a new subscriber. You know what I mean? So network, like you say, but talk, you know, and don't be shy. You know, don't be shy.
They're just regular people, man. That's it.
You know? Just and really, it really comes down to that. Like they're just regular people.
People with maybe a little more money than you, or whatever it is, but you know, if you have merchandise, give them something like these pins. You know, I've given them to, you know, West Side Gun and Conway, that new artist from Buffalo. You know, so it's like now I hit them up on Instagram and they'll respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't worked together yet, but just from this little pin, they remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? Or the hat. You know, Ski from, you know, Original Flavor back in the day. You know, was like, yo, let me get one of those hats. You know, this and I haven't gotten him one yet. But when he gets it, you know, and he rocks it, you know, they remember who you are. You know? So now you see him in the streets or whatever, and it's like, oh shit,
it's different.
That's DLP, or that's, you know, such and such. And, you know, it's not just through, you know, social media or whatever.
How many people do I have on Facebook that are friends with me and we pass each other in the mall and we don't even say hi? It happens to me all the time. Like, I think I'm friends with them on Facebook. Like, you know? So just talk. The idea of this whole thing is to show you somebody who's super talented in the area, producing, used to rap, you know, and the fact that he's accessible, but you just didn't know he was here. You know what I'm saying?
Very easy to reach.
You know, everything's gonna be on the screen for you to reach him, so don't worry. You know,
very easy to reach, and I always respond. People hit me from other countries. I have a lot of connections in Chile. That, you know, these guys always sending me their music. Oh, listen to my music, and sure, I listen to it. Because there's been times where I've sent people music, I know they ain't listening to it. You know, I remember giving Rosenberg a flash drive of the record that we did with the West Coast, and Souls of Mischief was at SOB's that day. So I'm like, all right, well, put two and two together. I know this guy, and I'm sitting, you know, I got a song with him. So he takes it home, and I hit him like 2 weeks later, and he's like, oh, it's around here somewhere. I'll get to it. You don't have 3 minutes to listen to a song? I do. I make that time. Anybody that sends me material, whether I work with them or don't, I always listen. I always listen.
You never know what you're going to hear.
That's one thing I can say. I always listen because I've built connections that way. You know, and then on Instagram I put out like spit challenges. Like, I'll do like a...
Oh, I've seen that,
I throw a beat out there, and then artists just, you know, spit to it on Instagram and this and that. And I've done 2 so far, and probably
Successful,
since the
though.
2, yeah, pretty successful. And since the 2, I've probably worked with maybe 5 of the artists that
Okay.
spit, and I've never heard nothing before
Yeah.
that. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that was my way of let's network this. Let's try it this way.
What did you tag that? DLP Spit Challenge?
DLP I Can Spit Challenge.
I Can Spit Challenge. That was
Yeah.
I saw it a lot on IG. Like,
Yeah.
it was all
Yeah,
over
that's
IG.
all it was for
Yeah.
Instagram.
It was like a minute long.
Yep.
Spit your
Yep.
16 and
Yep.
get on.
Yep.
You know, so listen
Yeah.
for the next time. I Can
Yeah.
Spit Challenge, you know. But follow the man on Instagram because I think it all starts there. Just
Yeah, pretty
follow you,
much,
you know, and then, you know, hit him up, DM him, you know, tell him you want to get on,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, work it out.
Yeah,
You know, work it
that's
out. So let's really get off music right now.
Mhm.
What's Dave Diaz, you know, Mr. DLP, Download Productions, what's he doing when he's not working and when he's not doing music?
Relaxing. Relaxing with the family.
Yeah, man.
Doing the family thing, really. That's
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah.
That's all I'm
I don't blame you.
too old to be out there, partying every weekend. And I get asked all the time, shouts to my brother. He's always like, yo, come out to the... I'm like, nah, man, I'm not driving all the way on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Cops all out.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I'm good,
DJ Flatline, what's
Yeah.
up, baby? So a favorite food. What's a favorite food?
Chicken, rice.
Chicken. Arroz con pollo.
Yes, the Spanish comes out.
Oh, man. Love it.
Yeah, I can eat that all the time.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, right?
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. Mouth's watering.
You know? One day you'll have to come by my father's house. He is the...
He's still over there?
Yeah, Pilane.
Wow.
Yeah, man. He's the master of arroz con pollo.
Really?
You know what I mean? So we got to do that
I
one day.
just drove past the house the other day, too.
Did you?
I was
Yeah.
like, I wonder if anyone still lives in
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, he's still there. You know, he
That's-
owns it now. Look at him.
That's
Look at
crazy.
him. You know, good man. I didn't even ask you this. What's a favorite place of yours? Like, I don't want you to tell me like, oh, I love it, in my couch on my living room. I'm
Right,
talking about
right.
like a locale, like a place you've been that's like a favorite of yours. That you're like, wow, this is a really nice place. Like, could be a country, could be a state, could be a beach.
Yeah, last year we went to Miami. That was nice.
Mhm.
I had a lot of fun out in Arizona, I'd have to say.
Yeah, Arizona's a cool place.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun out in Arizona. I've been out there a few times. I got family out there, but I know when we were doing the shows and stuff out there, we did like 5 different cities out there, and had a ball at every single one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good time out there.
yeah.
It's hot as hell, but it was definitely a good time.
I believe I was out in Scottsdale.
Yeah, we did a show with Boot Camp in Scottsdale.
Yeah, and I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I saw on a corner of a road, right,
Mhm.
an intersection, they had this black hood
Mhm.
sitting there, right, like on a little like stand,
Yeah.
totally polished up, and it had a little sign that said free egg frying. And
Damn.
I watched the
That's
dude walk over and break an egg,
Yeah.
and by the time it slid about 3 or 4 inches, it was frying.
Wow. That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I said my uncle lives out there, and he had a pool
Uh-huh.
in his development that they had to shut down
Wow.
because the water was so hot that
Wow.
they just filled it with concrete, and
Yeah.
it was a wrap.
Yeah, yeah. So while I say Arizona's a cool
Yeah,
place,
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't talking about the weather.
Nah, hell no.
It's hot. And this whole dry heat thing,
Yeah.
I get it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
It's hot, you know?
I had a lot of fun out there, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd say Arizona.
Okay. And then let me ask you, what's a pet peeve of DLP?
Pet peeve. Chewing with your mouth open.
Annoying.
Oh, I can't stand it. And if it has to do with anything with music,
Mhm.
just people that don't push themselves the right way,
Don't.
that don't
Promote
promote
it.
themselves, and constantly promote. Put me in your face.
Yeah. You can't just say it once.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
That's why I see a lot of these shows and stuff that have such less people. Because they think Facebook is just going to conquer everything. You
Right.
know, put it on Facebook and everyone's going to see. No, it doesn't work
It
that
doesn't.
way.
It really
Go
doesn't.
out and spend a couple of dollars and make some flyers.
Yeah.
And do it old school. That's why I feel that a lot of these shows used to do so good that way, because you hand them out to people.
Yeah.
And the 100 that you hand out, maybe 50 people show up. But social media is just. I don't even think people look at your posts like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They see something, they say, "Oh, that's my friend. Like it."
Right.
You know, keep it moving.
And they keep it moving.
You know, then
Yeah.
you go to a show and there's 10 people there, and it's like, what the hell happened?
I got 78 likes on that. What happened?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
is
what
it?
happened? You know, the show's free. What
Yeah.
happened? You know,
Yeah.
like I've been to plenty of free shows.
Right.
You know, from big name artists to locals, and it's like, holy shit! Like this crowd shouldn't be like this. And,
Right.
and this is New York.
Right.
You know,
Right.
New York shouldn't be where there's 10 people in a crowd. You
There's
know,
no reason for that.
no reason at all.
You know,
You know?
and that's what I'm trying to do with Finally TV is get a core organic following here,
Mhm.
so that when a DLP is doing something or a Dom Gotti or Joe Pizzella is doing something,
Mm-hmm.
and I come on the channel and I'm like, they're doing a show at the Chance on this day.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm almost guaranteeing
Right.
that 50, 75
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
going to show up
Yeah, yeah.
if they're all organically grown. So subscribe,
Yeah.
subscribe, subscribe. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even if you don't have intentions of fully supporting everything, they
Right.
should be subscribing, because you might watch something while your buddy's behind you,
Mhm.
you know, and they'll be like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
You know, and I need that. We all need that. So that's what I'm trying to do with Finally TV, is make it so we can have successful events.
Right.
You know, I could throw a Voice of the Valley showcase
Yeah.
and have 100 people there.
Right.
That's success.
Yeah.
To me, I think that's a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everything he's saying is true. So let's keep that going. Is there a line of advice that you kept with you that's helped you, you know, keep moving forward and accomplish what you've accomplished so far?
Just never give up, because there's somebody always listening.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy once told me in the studio, we were talking, he's like, you know, your song really never gets old.
Yeah.
He's like, because there's millions of people in this world, and every day someone new is going to hear that song and treat it as a new
Like
song.
a new song. Yep.
You know, so really your song, as long as you keep pushing that song, you know, the song he's on, for example, we did 5 to 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'll post it and someone's hears that and they're like, yo, this is the best song I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
You know, it's my favorite song.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
Yeah.
You know, when did this come out?
Yeah.
You know, so it's always new. You know,
Gotcha.
so really that, you know,
Just don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah,
you know,
keep
'cause
pushing.
people are listening, whether they're hating. Sometimes your haters are your biggest, you know,
Listeners.
pride. Like, yeah, your biggest listeners, kind of supporters,
Yeah.
because they know everything about you.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's interesting how that works.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It is. You know,
You know?
a hater will know your whole life story.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
they claim they hate you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they hate your
We
music.
need both sides.
Yeah.
I need some of you to hate Finally TV,
Yeah, that's
because
it.
you're gonna talk about it so bad that
Yeah.
somebody's gonna be like, "It's that bad?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Check this
Yeah,
out.
let me go check it out.
Yeah,
You know what
see
I
what's
mean?
wrong with this guy.
I want to make fun of him
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then they might watch and be like, "What's he talking
Yeah,
about?"
yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy's doing something fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, no, I get that 100%. Here's my favorite part of the Voice of the Valley interviews, and you have good ones because you've been doing it so long. But tell me about a couple of times where you felt like a star.
Felt like a star. Probably the time off of the My Three Sons record when I ran into Rakim. Had about a 15-minute conversation about the record with him.
Wow.
And he was like, yo, that shit is so genius that you came up with that idea. Because he's like, out of all the producers that could have done this, nobody has. You know, like Chris Rivers and ODB or YDB did a song together, but it was like with somebody else, and it just, you know, don't make sense.
Right.
You know,
The whole
so
miscellaneous thing
that,
again. Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane's tweet, seeing Missy Elliott retweet it, being in the club one night with my man Joe Pesci, going to introduce me to OC, and OC was like, nah, I know who that is. That's DLP.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you know,
That's
cool.
what's up.
You know,
That's
like,
what's up.
you know,
Yeah.
pat on my back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's my payment is getting that respect from these artists that we grew up listening to.
Yeah.
You know, now I can feel, I feel comfortable with these dudes. Like I told you a couple of years ago with Raw Flush, you know, calling my name out in the club. Yo, DLP, like,
Yeah.
I'm looking around like, oh shit, you know, like
That's Royal Flush.
No doubt, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's great, man. That really is great, and I almost envy that a little bit, you know, because It really is true. It's like these are the artists that I was listening to. We were listening to. I remember going to Newburgh with you and buying records. I forget the name of the shop.
DMU.
DMU. Yeah,
it's still over there.
Yeah, I went over there at least 3 times with you to go get records. You know, and Record City, of course. You know, I mean, City, the mecca of Poughkeepsie that was. You know, shout out Monster. But I get it, man. I really do. I commend you. I think it's fantastic what you've been able to do and been able to accomplish. And much like how Nori's Drink Champs, his whole thing is saying, I want to tell you that you're appreciated and respected while you're alive.
Yeah, that's it.
While you're here.
And that's what a lot of people don't do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So big up to you. Congratulations, man. No, it really is an accomplishment, everything you've been able to do. And the fact that you're humble and willing to work with some of these local guys, if they're passionate, you know, I think that's great.
Yeah, just don't waste my time or your time.
Right.
Because it takes a lot of time to do this, you know.
The right way.
To get it right.
Yeah.
You know, so either have the patience or don't.
Right.
It's not for everybody.
No.
I would have quit a long time ago if you know, as many times as I got turned down or whatever, or even sending somebody, you know, beats, and you know, you're in your head as a producer, you're like, all right, I'm gonna put this CD together with 10 beats. He's gonna like them all, and then he hits you back and he's like, yeah, I like 1 or 2 of them. And you're like, damn, like, you know, what I do wrong, you know, you know, but you know, some people be like, fuck it, I'm done, you know, I don't have that confidence, you know, but it's like, you know what, you like those 2, put those 2 aside, I'm gonna send you 8 more, or I'm gonna send you 10 more, and then pick another 3. I'm gonna send you as many as I can until you pick those 10 that you like.
I might even trick you and send you the same one.
Yeah, right.
And you probably like it the second time. It happens like that. Because, you know, mood swings affect how you like music. You know what I mean? That's 100% true.
Well, see, the other thing, too, is like I don't like playing beats for people by sending them through email. Like, I'd rather really sit down with you and go through beats.
Right.
You know, that's how Veteran Status came into play. Like, I sent...
Tell the people what Veteran Status
Veteran
is.
Status is
probably playing right now.
A record we did about 6 years ago. It's Lord Have Mercy, D.V. Elias Christ, and Rock This Monster from Melted Sculpture. That beat came about. I had sent them all on one beat. And I liked it, but it wasn't really that beat. So D.V. Elias Christ hit me up and was like, come down to the studio with some beats. I go down there with 2 CDs with like 50 beats on each of them. Yeah, I'm gonna play like 100 beats tonight. We get to track 7 on the first CD, and it was Veteran Status, and he was like, "That's it." He's like, "I don't want to hear no more." He's like, "You could have fucking 95 fucking bangers on this, but I
like this
one right here. I don't want to hear no more right now. We'll do that another day." So that's how that record ended up coming about.
Yeah.
So he picked out the beat, he did his verse. Sent it to Lord Have, and then he heard it, and I actually had the pleasure of being in the studio with all 3 of them.
Oh wow!
When we recorded it.
Wow,
so that was dope.
Wow, that's an accomplishment.
That was dope. I got footage of that too. That
Do
was
you?
Dope. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up, man. I tell you, it is remarkable what you can get done when you just have that drive and that commitment.
Yeah.
You know, and that fortitude to say, like you just said. You might have not liked that one, but you're going to like this one. You know, or if you don't like that one, I'll find the one that you like. You know, it's in here somewhere.
I'm working on a project now. I really don't want to say who it's with, but little EP project.
Okay.
And same thing. I just sent him like 5 beats the other day. He hit me back and was like, "Oh, I like 2 of them. I'm not gonna give up."
Right.
I'm like, "Oh, fuck, he likes 2. That's it."
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit back and
come up with the other 3.
Make some other 3.
Yeah.
You know, make him until he gets his 5, and then we put the project out.
Yeah. No, I get it. You've done very well with branding and trademarking. Talk to the people a little bit about, you know, what you were able to do with like pins, hats, the respective producer.
Yeah, the respective producer is trademarked, so if anyone's using it, pay up or stop.
Right.
Because I do see a couple people using it here and there. But it is what it is. And well, yeah, the hats, the pins, the shirts. You know, trying to put out merchandise, but going through finding the right person to do it.
Right.
and hopefully, just getting it out there and selling it.
Gotcha.
You know how that game goes. But
Do you think everybody who's an artist should be doing something like that?
you definitely should have something.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna go meet an artist. Like, say you're going out, you have a night planned to go to the club, and someone's, 50 Cent's gonna be there, and you have a chance to meet him.
Right.
Have something on you.
Right.
To give that person, whether it's something as simple as a pin or a hat or something,
Right.
so they remember,
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
Buy that simple little pin.
Yeah, and you had said something earlier too when we were talking about being in the club or the event or the concert and approaching people, talking to them, snapping a photo.
Yeah, the
and
photos, everything's photos now. So
and being able to post that.
Yeah, post that picture, tag them in it,
Mhm.
and they see it. Whether they like it or not, they see it
Right.
because they're tagging it. So then they see your page, and
Right.
like, I don't keep my page private, and
Mhm.
I don't understand why anybody.
Yeah,
does.
I'm not private.
I know a lot of people, you go on their thing and it's private.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you
I've
post
requested
pictures?
to follow.
Yeah, why? Anybody can see my stuff,
Yeah.
because that's what I want. I want
Right.
you to
Right.
see what I'm doing and what I'm accomplishing,
Exactly.
and see who I'm with and this and that. But
Yeah.
I'll travel.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I travel every day to work.
Yeah.
I'm in PA. I travel to New York every day.
Yeah.
So for this music, of course, I'm gonna,
Yep.
be at that right spot.
Yep.
And that's how people always like, oh, how'd you meet this person, or how'd you meet that person?
I went there.
I went there. I either paid or whatever it was to get in, and I showed my face.
Yeah.
I talked to the people to get backstage, or like we did an event in Poughkeepsie. It was the old school event. It was like Red Man Met the Man.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So we took pictures for that, and I told my man, I said, yo, by the end of the night, I said, I'll have a picture with Premier, and I'm gonna meet Redman.
Mhm.
So Redman was kind of like hard to get to, so I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna get to Redman by the end of the night.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
Yeah,
rappers.
me too, Redman.
So by the end of the night, I had my picture with DJ Premier, and I had my picture with Redman.
Yeah,
And he was like, damn, he was like, you really
You did it.
did what you said you came to do.
Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go home with,
Right.
feeling like I didn't accomplish what I came here to do.
Right. Right.
Not that I say I just wanted a picture with Redman, but again, use that for promotion.
Right. Right.
Hey, remember this day? Let's work. And now, off of that, I'm not speaking to Redman, but I speak to his engineer a lot.
Oh, okay.
And I'm always throwing shots like, hey, it must be dope to work with Redman.
Yeah.
And he likes my pages. He does that. So
Yeah.
it's like, to me, that's one step
That's a
closer
win.
to maybe Redman.
A goal.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's a bucket list. By the time DLP is done, I will have a record with Redman.
I mean, you've shot stuff out to 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I met 50 Cent and got him material and stuff, and didn't hear back from it because at the time he was on the liquor tour for his effing vodka or whatever it is.
Yep.
He was on tour with that, going to the liquor store, so I wasn't really expecting to hear anything, but he still had what I gave him.
Right.
He had a CD, he had my card,
Gotcha.
so
It's networking.
that's it.
Doing your thing. I respect the grind, man. I
Thank
really
you.
do.
Thank you.
I really do. So, where can they find you, man?
Everywhere, social media, all the music websites. I just look really DLP.
DLP,
There's
Download Productions.
There's a couple fake DLPs out there.
Is there?
Yeah, there's like one or two. Like if you look up on, I think some channel, I always get their information, and I'm like, nah. I had to write them. And I'm like, nah, this isn't me.
Right.
And I think it was Vivo for the music videos. I have a page on there, and there was another DLP that was some other kind of music, and I had to write them like, nah, this ain't me.
Right.
So,
But DLP,
DLP
on most formats.
most formats,
Yeah.
it's I know Instagram is DLP _ respect the producer. It's THE, so the. And what else? Twitter is DLP IV Music.
Okay.
Facebook.
Facebook?
Is Download Productions.
Okay. And that's a page, right?
That's a page. I have a couple different pages on there. I actually have pages too for artists.
Okay.
Like I have a DLP video page
Okay.
where I allow artists to post their videos up on that page so they
Okay.
get their shine.
Yeah.
I have a DLP page. I got my personal page, and I also have a respected producer page.
Gotcha. Okay. So,
but it's all linked on the same
Right. So it's all on this screen somewhere over here, over there. It's on the screen, I'm sure, somewhere if I'm doing my job. Because it's all about supporting,
Yes.
you know. So if they didn't know DLP yesterday, they know DLP today.
Support while we're still here too.
Yeah. You know.
You
and we're
see
still
that.
trying to do
you
it.
see that a lot, man. It's all of a sudden this person passes and like, oh, he's my favorite artist. And
Right.
Why
Right.
didn't you tell me that when I was here?
Exactly
You know,
right.
Why didn't you buy my records when I was here?
Right.
You know, I can't
Right.
see it now that I'm up there. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's,
Right. You know, God forbid something happens to me next
Yeah,
week
yeah.
and they're like, oh, he was doing such a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
thing
yeah.
with Finally
Yeah.
TV and I was gonna subscribe,
was
but,
gonna-
you know, I was
do
gonna
it.
do
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
you know. Do it.
yeah.
Before I'm dead, do it. You know, in all seriousness, though, it is about coming together. It is about community. It is about supporting each other.
Yes.
And, you know, stop the hate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like it, it's fine.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
your boy about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I didn't really like this. Maybe you will.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, so I'm hoping that the word spreads on that. You know, that's what we're all about here. So, Dave, man, DLP, Mr. Diaz,
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you coming through,
Yes, sir.
brother.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. I hope we do this again.
Definitely will.
I'm thinking about having a hip hop discussion,
Yeah, that'll be dope.
little round table,
That'd be
you know, and I hope you're a part of that.
Yeah,
I
most
really, I
definitely.
really do.
Most
I
definitely.
hope you're a part of that because the catalog in there is good
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
He knows
yeah.
a lot of
He knows a
music.
lot of music.
You know, he's kind of
Yeah.
like that Bill Skills guy.
Yeah, yeah.
You got a lot of music up in that head, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So they'll end up reminding me of things, but stay tuned for that. But this is Finally TV, Voice of the Valley. He's DLP. I'm Gabriel. Make sure you subscribe. Finally TV. We out. Let's go.